Which one?
We're going to go ahead and probably stick on the blue side, and we're going to follow Clip, see what he does. Looks like he's got a disciplinary action. So he's going to be whipping his whole team along.
Which we see in Highlander so much, and you know, there's something to be said about getting your soldier and demo out there first, just deal huge damage, but there's also something to be said about the disciplinary action, getting your entire team out there at the same time.
Indeed. So yeah, really good rollout from Looking, getting a big surge of players there for it, but it looks like the red demo man from Short West Commandos did beat their team out there. So a little bit stronger rollout there, and good spam, but now it looks like all of Looking has gone onto the point.
Yeah,
And, but the heavy, the Hind gets taken down by a spy.
How do you get killed by a Sesame Street character? Hind got killed by Cookie Monster.
But they still managed to take the point and surge forward here, so Looking handsome, still looking really good. They got the frags, they got everything they need to push forward. Just a heavy medic and a pyro up. So
it would only be more shameful if he was killed by a guy named Elmo. It's the only possible way. And so they got the mini up on the left. They seem content to kind of push it. They're not falling back at all. It looks like Red wants to take this right back. I mean, their medic's down, but they're going to push in a little dry. The B-Man running Scout this time.
Yeah, that was
previous Blue Scout, previous Looking Scout is either Blaze or Ruin, right?
Yeah, it was Blaze last season.
Right.
But yeah, I heard there was also going to be a whole lot of off-classing out of Looking. That was the other thing. That was the two things Heinz said. Was one, they're not taking the season very serious. They're kind of, you know, they're not going to try hard, is what he said. Was the exact word he used.
Not put try hard pants on.
Yeah, exactly. They're just going to have a lot of fun with it, and two, that they're going to have a lot of off-classing, which kind of goes hand in hand with that. So right now we are looking at Miko.
Hey, it's summer, man.
Wow, big blue Uber here though. Looking handsome
with your shorts on.
Yeah, manages
rolling in really hard here. They're down their demo, but I think they feel confident enough to push in without their demo here.
Right, and something to note about. Oh wow, Hein goes down to a sniper.
Well, they just
dropped
the
was
opposing team's demo
again
as well. Only Hein is down right now. They could push this drive because they did kill the spy, sniper, and demo.
Right. Yeah, Steli Taco's just now getting up, just starting to charge Uber. And it looks like Steli Taco is not using the Vitasaw. He's using either the regular Medisaw or something. But yeah, they were pushed back.
Bone Saw, come on.
Bone Saw, excuse me, or the Uber Saw is what I was, yeah.
Still shaking off that first game rust, folks.
Indeed, indeed.
Mostly Michael, not me. Like, I'm at top point right now, but this guy.
Right, so yeah, right now, Red Team, though, they are holding the point. They are down a lot of numbers, and Blue Team is pushing out from the patio. Pyro just goes and charges the point.
Good positioning from Snailboat. He put a lot on that red heavy without taking much himself. They're still putting time on the point, but he gets cleaned up by the soldier.
That was a great jump in.
Scout dancing around. Oh, just chaos down here. Red is down 4 players, while Blue is only down their Pyro. I think we're going to see a push right here.
Yeah, big Uber charge going off now for the Red Team. They're pushing all of Looking back. Hein does not have the Uber.
Blue Smart, they're retreating. They're letting him
they got a back cap though.
Spy
gets the
goes
point.
Down big, and Bone Masher with the first round cap.
Yeah, so looking handsome, looking really good right now.
And handsome, looking like champions.
Yeah, real dominant. And something interesting to note, even though Hein went down in the middle, he was still got, I think, the first Uber charge off, or at least the first one that I saw in the round. And yeah, that was absolutely great play off of Hein there, managing to make up that difference.
Red is not opting for the disciplinary action. The demo's up there very, very quickly, trying to throw some spam out.
Yeah, very aggressive demo play there. Now he's backing out. But looks like Engineer's down, so one first person to fall is Blue. Medic goes down, Stealthy Tacos backstab. So Bone Masher returning the favor this time.
And Blue's running a great thing. Looking right now, they're getting their heavy up and their medic up right on the point. They say, you want it, come and get it.
Right, and that Pyro said he wanted it, but he didn't really want it. He air blasted once and had to get out. But both teams suffering huge losses now. And
enough, Pyro right-click doesn't do any damage.
Oddly enough, indeed.
Oddly enough.
So now with a full Uber badge. Oh!
No! One-man revolution being the new rebellion taking down the medic.
Wow, and this demo fight, Sauce just murdering Stingray. These guys are coming back, so...
Yeah, Red all the way up, Stingray down, Hind down. They're not going to be able to contest this, and Red taking a really aggressive point on their counter push.
Right, keep an eye on Bone Masher here, though.
But he's not very sneaky at all.
Yeah, no, he didn't have it, but it was nowhere near the medic.
He's like a Croatian spy who like understands that spy's a thing, but doesn't quite understand how to do it. So Red pushing forward, taking this yard. You have to watch this right house flank, though. Be careful. There's a medium pack in there. A lot of good flanking classes can go there. They seem content to just hold this point right now, get their Uber up. They're at about 80%, while they're going to have 30% advantage over Hein.
Right, really good positioning for the medic. They're staying really far back, not minding his sniper lines, not stepping out to where the blue sniper could potentially be.
Oh, great spot for this
Oh, wow,
blue.
yeah, I didn't even know you could get up there. Look at Chip.
Yeah, that's one of the newer advantages of the Croissant. That's a great spot for a soldier.
Yeah, or a demo man, or heck,
anyone
anyone can
who
get up
shoots
there,
out
yeah.
first.
Yeah, but look at this the red spy now, stabs the heavy.
Gets the heavy, gets
Dead ringers out of there and goes through the
Might
cave.
have got
Another new
noped on.
addition. Yeah, that was really nice.
That's also one of the newer additions to Croissant, this little alley right here, which is a great place to just chill out as a spy.
Yeah. Bone Masher here, right by. Oh, does not manage to get the heavy before the Uber fades. Someone
So
is
Blue-
contesting mid,
Blue-
but right now Red is moving out.
Soldier jumps in, gets bombed up into the air by the Pyro. There's a backhead going on, but all that means right now is that their scout is behind. So he's not going to help in this initial fight, but they also have to be aware that there's going to be a scout flanking them.
Wow, not only that, they just decided to surge forward on the looking side, and they know that the half of the team is behind them. They were, they had at least a heavy and a medic on the point backcapping, and right now,
some frags go off both ways, but there's only 3 up on Red. They just did get another 3 spawns, but those are going to
Uber
be far
for Red.
back spawns.
where is this Red Uber at? There he goes. Stealthy Toggle all by himself now. Oh, this is not good. The whole
Soldier
blue
just
team
poking,
chasing him.
but Pyro looking back at the soldier
Finally
saying,
goes down.
come at me, bro.
So yeah, red team having no medic here. Does
Big
still
engagement in left yard.
yeah, look at this aggressive hold though. This heavy's really far forward. Does eventually go down.
He takes a pipe to the face, and that should signal the end of Red's defense on 4.
Yeah, they really got to start pulling back if they want to hold this at all and last. Yeah, right now, Hein has a 70% Uber advantage over Stealthy
There
Taco.
were only 3 up. They just got 2 spawns now. There's still 4 dead waiting for spawns, and if I was Blue, I would push in really hard right now.
Yep, they don't even have the Uber, but I don't think they're going to need it. Right now, Red Demo Man Sauce goes down, and Sauce has been doing amazing work for his team there.
Red only had
Soldier
24.
jumps up from behind the point.
Hein has Uber charge right now,
And he
and the Uber
pops it.
goes off.
Clever play there, Hein. Oh, but now he's got to get out quick as the Uber is starting to fade and the Soldier's chasing him down. Scout intercepts.
They
Does
didn't
take
do
down the
much of that
Soldier.
Uber. They didn't do much of that Uber, but none of them died. So
And not only that, Stealthy Taco went down, so they're fine. They maintain the Uber advantage, even though this mini sentry's up. All they have to do is hold back here.
No, they're going to push in on this
Wow,
right now.
yeah, this is
Red was dead.
incredibly
They just
aggro.
got spawns. They're going to try to trickle in, but it's not going to be enough. Blue with a huge presence, and Looking takes the second round pretty handily as well.
Yeah, 2-0 now.
Format? You want to remind people of the format here?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's best of 5 actually, and it is halves of 4. So whoever gets to 4 first initiates halftime. I think they can decide to switch sides, and yeah, that's.
Don't know why you switch. Well, I mean, asymmetrical maps. It depends on how many right-handed left people we have.
Right. Well, not only that, I guess soldiers. If you're not using the refill, makes a big difference if you're on red or blue.
I think Blue's
Sauce going.
demo. Blue's demo might be running Target Charge.
Wow. Well, he got to mid very quickly, and both demos went down very early. So no sticky bombs at mid.
Alright, that same position for that red mini sentry, but Blue is just getting on the point with that heavy medic combo.
Indeed. Yeah, the disciplinary actually makes such a big difference with being able to have presence in mid. Right now, Stealthy Taco does have a full Uber advantage. This is a good screen. Nope, it's just regular Uber.
Now regular Uber on the heavy comes up, but the heavy's a slow class to Uber, so they're still putting time on it. They're not even worried about it. A couple flashes go off for no good reason on red. That might be the short bus coming out there.
Yeah, right there. And Pyro gets extinguished.
And yeah, they're
Ooh! Napalm picking out Stealthy Taco.
body shot. What a noob.
This guy.
For the record, I'm probably the worst sniper you've ever seen.
Ever.
It's like I'm playing on my trackpad.
It
It's
really,
awful.
it really is.
Alright, so
you might
now
be
we
better
have
if you use your
Blue
trackpad.
holding back, well, Blue pushing forward rather at 56. Stealthy Taco just now building at 6, and it looks like he's building slow, so I think he's on the same target.
Indeed, yeah. Blue Pyro comes up, just murders a mini sentry and starts putting time on
they
the
come
point.
through that door, they come around the point, and there's no way Red can defend this.
Huge
Red again
presence.
down.
They've gotta get
just
out.
got some spawns.
But no, heavy opts to stay in and fight and pay the price
I don't
for
think
it.
it's gonna matter. They're gonna cap this. They have Uber right now, and I'd be surprised if they didn't pop right into this.
I don't even think they're gonna need to pop. They're gonna just
Well, I
take it.
mean, you might as well pop for good measure.
Sure.
Yeah, the pop comes off.
Oh,
They
yeah.
do a couple flashes there, but it's just all blue party on the point, and blue takes that round very quickly.
Yeah, looking handsome definitely. Have they got their groove back? This is the same team that won last season, so we're gonna follow Saw 6 on his rollout, so you can go ahead and learn the demo man rollout.
Like looking Stella got her groove back. Oh,
Implying groove was lost
I
at
date
all.
myself every time I do these guys.
So yeah, Sauce there showing us a great, very fast demo man rollout.
Yeah, he's up there. It's just that blue is going to show up in full force because of that disciplinary action.
Right. Well, he's got a sticky trap set up, and they do manage to take it out.
Yeah, stickies die when the demo dies. A nice pipe and a nice rocket by all of looking
Stealthy
right there.
Taco goes in the underpath, and the pyro comes in and just murders him, burns him down to nothing.
Flare shot, represent. Although I don't think he's on flare shot. Shout out to flare shot.
Either way, Blue Engineer's staying back for looking, and the rest of the team is moving forward.
Yeah, and Red should just be really backing up now. Like, they just got spawns, but they were only a demo and a scout up. What are you really going to do with a demo and a scout?
Indeed. Well, Saw 6 does manage to take out B-Man there, so more than nothing, I suppose. They looks like
Yes,
they're,
it was more than nothing.
Yeah.
That is the best way to describe that.
So yeah, right now, looks like looking.
And Stingray's got his pipe patrol on, laying pipes like Mario up in this.
Indeed. Now, yeah, right now, Miko and Clutch are both down on the special needs side, so
Yeah, Fathom the Pyro goes down for Blue, but when Blue takes losses, it seems infinitesimal.
yeah, they just keep that pressure up, and they do really
Yeah,
good with
the
staying in
Uber
fight.
does go off kind of defensively because they want to make sure
Scout on high,
this-
Scout gets him.
Yeah, as soon as the Uber fades, Shoebox takes down Hind.
Now, Stealthy Taco is at 98%, so if nothing else, they should be able to hold this.
They should be able to delay it, at the very least delay it. But
Right.
Stealthy's been kind of on his own. He's been on an island a lot of the time. I've seen him just jumping around looking for targets. I don't know if they've scrimmed this or have a set pocket for him.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a lot of that comes with hat responsibility. It's just one of those
Yeah.
things that yeah.
With great hats comes great responsibility.
Indeed. Now there's a scout underneath the point here. It's kind of peeking around.
Blue's all the way up and Red's 3 down, and that's kind of the theme we've seen thus far. They just have always had numbers.
Indeed.
B-Man goes down.
Yeah,
Red
it's
Scout
seen-
also down. Red's medic just falls again to heavy fire. And if there's one thing you should not die as in UGC Highlander, it is heavy fire. Granted, they have a good heavy, and he got a good flank, but heavy fire should be one of the last things you die as.
Especially as a medic when you're holding an Uber.
Exactly.
Yeah, as soon as you start
So
taking
now they're
damage.
just going to roll on it. They just put numbers on it, and that's game 4
Yeah,
for looking.
it's round 4, so it's looking like it is probably going to be a 5-0 here. With us going to halftime.
I don't mean to single out the red medic. I don't. I'm sure he's doing his best. But heavy fire is one of the last things you should die as. Backstabs, snipes, traps. Those are all good.
Yeah.
The scouts, whatever. You get bombed in on. One of the last things you should die as.
Indeed.
Heavy fire.
Indeed. So, yeah, not right clicking, as we always say in the business. Pop it, don't drop it. Now they did very quickly just go ahead and ready up. So, and it looks like you are right. Stingray is using the charge and targe with the Claymore.
Yeah, I
And-
think that is indicative of them not taking it super serio.
And even still, though, that rollout he's doing, getting there almost at scout
Yeah,
speed.
couple charges, man. Couple charges.
Right,
Just
well,
get a stickies.
it's-
You don't
it's
lose
that-
any health.
Yeah, that Claymore.
He's going after
Oh!
the other demo. Oh, takes a pipe to the face.
Yeah, before I could even switch to first person cam, when I figured out what was going on, he was dead.
Again, the combo is getting there so much faster because they're running the disciplinary action. So you have a heavy medic combo on a point. How are you going to... You can't counter that.
Indeed.
Your spy can't get there on time. Your sniper doesn't even have a good sight line thanks to the map redesign. And they've just been taking this mid easily without any chaos or bloodshed.
Oh, was that a crit screen on the...
I don't know. There was a... It might have been Girardi.
Yeah. Either way, I think they popped the crits on a heavy, but you're absolutely right about the rollouts. That's one of the things. It looks like little things like that are really costing this team. Stealthy Taco using the, not using the Vitasaw. Not if he, I don't know if he doesn't have one or he's just not using it. Little things like that make such a huge difference with.
What are eXtv words? Abuse unlocks. Abuse unlocks get wins, and the disciplinary action is an amazing unlock. It gets your entire team there. So even if you're slow rolling out because you're not really trying to roll out, your entire team is there.
Exactly. Yeah, so right now a really dominant push coming out from looking on the final point. They have the special team commandos backed up against the wall. We'll see how it goes from here, but it is not looking good for these guys.
It is short bus commandos. I understand that special is a synonym.
Excuse me, short bus commandos. Sorry, don't want to offend anyone here.
Special team and short bus could be interchangeable, so you know your command of the English language is valiant,
adequate at best.
Well, you're from Texas, so you're already at a handicap.
Indeed. So right now, Hein has a full uber target. Stealthy Taco at about 80%, holding very steadily at last, and wow, Heavy opting to eat a sandwich.
Eating a sandwich right in front of his medic, but then he tossed it. Weird. I don't know what actually went down there, but the Uber does come off on last. They bring in...
Stealthy Taco just now gets his Uber charge, and all of his friends are dead.
They should be able to hold this, but we've said that last round, and that didn't hold true, so I'm not going to take any declarations right now.
Indeed, Hein getting backstabbed there as he was trying to needle down the mini sentry, but yeah, Red
But Red's only 3 up, and there's still 7 up. They could push this try.
They really, really could. I have no idea what's going on with... Oh, right now, Red medic goes down, and that's probably going to signal the time to put that real pressure on.
Just picks and picks and picks all the way across the board. The Pyro is doing a great job on Red last, though. He's the one standing strong. The Soldier jumps up. Shouldn't really be jumping all that much without a medic, but I guess one jump won't hurt you.
Yeah, I think he was just looking for the medic pick right there is what was going on.
Yeah, but he jumped on the wrong
Stealthy
side.
Taco is back up. So he's got his Pyro in his pocket, and they have 4 players up there hoping to hold it.
Okay, so
a little
Blue
bit longer.
with about 10% advantage here. I don't know. Do you know if Red's still running crits?
No, it looks like they have switched back to the Uber charge.
It's regular. Yes, regular.
So
I think we're going to see some Uber on Uber action for maybe one of the first times this round.
Yeah, really big ups to these guys not giving up and deciding to hold the push very hard.
What surprises me a little bit, though, is that their engineer hasn't switched to a more defensive loadout, because they've been running minis, and the minis haven't really done a whole lot.
Well, you know, they've kept the scouts at bay, and the scout singular at bay.
Yes, but they haven't taken mid or 4 yet, so clearly you have to play a more defensive mindset. Blue does Uber in.
Yeah, very early Uber, and Red responds with the Uber of their own, air blasting.
So, well, they Uber the target charge, and then Red responds by Ubering the Pyro, so that's gonna...
Yeah, that's not gonna end well. And yeah,
Red's still holding the direct hit Soldier, seems to be doing a bit of shenanigans, shenanigans.
And, you know, they can afford to at this point. They're up 4-0, you know, so I guess they're trying to make a show out of it.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, they're running direct hit Soldier, they're running target charge demo.
Right now,
I'm not certain how I feel about that. No, I'm really not. It's fun to watch. I will give them that. Thank you for the entertainment value. It seems a touch disrespectful, in my opinion. I don't like when I'm getting dommed and the other team starts switching to nonsense, but that is for the audience to decide.
Indeed. So right now, Stealthy Taco does have a huge Uber advantage because of these shenanigans, and we'll see if these guys can push out and maybe take a round off of them.
Well, Hein just went down, so they need to really pick their timings here, because you can't sit and last forever, especially being down as far as they are.
Indeed.
However, they did lose a bunch of players.
Yep, with 95% Uber advantage now with a full Uber.
They might be best off like sticky trapping the entrances to last and just building and be like, this is our moment. They have 100% right now. They need to get aggressive with it a little bit, like one pick on the other side while they're all up, and then Uber in.
Okay, we do have a crit switch on the blue side, so Hein has decided to run the crits Krieg.
Yeah, that meter's going up rather quickly.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes for him. And this is a very, very good positioning for their sniper. Look at these boxes he's on top of. And I guess we lost the, well...
Yeah, would you look at that?
Gotta look at that sometimes.
Would you look at that?
Another great... So for those of you who aren't familiar, there's a great bug that happens.
Oh, did that? Yeah. So it looks like Looking pulled that off, and they didn't want you guys to see that.
Yeah, sorry, just talking to Hein about it right now. Yeah, it looks like they just didn't wait long enough before they switched us out there.
Well, it's a start of a new season. We got to work the bugs out all over again. You'd think we'd learn from our mistakes, but
hey, it happens.
We're not those type of people.
Well, anyways, thanks for joining us, everyone. Looks like looking handsome, looking really good, having a great start to the season, hoping to go undefeated again. That last season, I think they took 1-2 losses, maybe.
Mm-hmm. I think it was on payload maps. They didn't like payload.
Yeah, they don't
much.
like payload. So a lot of funky maps coming up. Payload, Canal Zone, good one to look forward to. So.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to Canal Zone.
Oh yeah. So yeah, once again, thanks for joining us. Confirmed with looking handsome. Yeah, it was a 5-0 victory for them. Pretty obvious.
Which everyone could have divined as well, even if we had the last 2 minutes. It was pretty substantial. They look like the champions that we saw last year. Red did not look like any slouches, so I would be very concerned if I was to match up with them.
Yeah, definitely.
Time soon.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, even though it kind of looked like a roll from this end, with these teams right here, going up against the hardest team in UGC League as your first round match, that's got to be hard. It was, you know, they were definitely a long shot if they were to win to begin with, it being a new team and all. But
absolutely,
yeah, definitely gonna keep an eye on these guys because they're gonna show.
They look solid.
Indeed. So thanks again for joining us. As always, I'm Mikal++.
And I'm Hexagrams.
Have a great evening, folks.